Have you ever looked around your home and felt a bit overwhelmed by all the things you've gathered over the years? If you're like me, you've been in your house for decades now, and every corner holds memories. Some treasures are useful, others tug at your heartstrings, and then there's all that stuff that's just, well, taking up space. I remember standing in my garage last year, surrounded by boxes I hadn't opened in 15 years, wondering how it all piled up so quietly. If you're nodding along, you're not alone. Today, I want to share something different about decluttering. This isn't about throwing away your life's treasures or scrubbing your home spotless. It's about creating breathing room, space for the life you're living right now. Whether you're downsizing to a smaller place, preparing for those golden retirement years, or simply want to move around your home with more ease, these 10 thoughtful approaches might just change how you feel about letting go. So why don't you pour yourself something warm, settle into your favorite chair, and let's walk this path together? No rush, no pressure, just one friend helping another find a little more peace at home. 1. The moving meditation approach. Let me ask you something. If you were moving to a smaller, more peaceful home tomorrow, perhaps a sunny little cottage near your grandchildren or a quiet apartment with a view, what would you absolutely take with you? It's a powerful question, isn't it? Not because you're actually packing up, but because it helps you see your belongings with fresh eyes. When I tried this myself, I walked through my kitchen and noticed things I'd stopped seeing years ago. The bread maker I used maybe twice, the chipped mugs nobody drinks from, the 5 can openers scattered in different drawers. My friend Elaine tried this approach in her kitchen. At 68, she realized her cabinets were stuffed with serving platters she hadn't used since her kids were in elementary school. Using this moving mindset, she cleared 2 entire shelves in an afternoon and created a little tea station she now enjoys every morning. This isn't about stripping your home bare. It's about honoring who you are today rather than who you were 20 years ago. When we hold on to things from a life we're no longer living, they can weigh us down in ways we don't even notice. Try walking through just one room with this gentle question. Would this come with me to my peaceful new home? You might be surprised how clear your answers become. 2. The look-up solution. You know, most folks complaining they've run out of space never look up. I've been in homes where people are tripping over floor clutter while their walls stand completely empty. Vertical space is like money in the bank that nobody's spending. The beauty is, you don't need fancy renovations or expensive furniture to use it. Sometimes the simplest solutions work best. Think about hanging a shelf above your doorway, putting hooks on the back of doors, or mounting a magnetic strip in the kitchen for your knives or spices. In the bathroom, a simple shelf above the toilet can hold extra towels. A narrow bookcase in the hallway might store photo albums you thought you had no room for. My neighbor Courtney, a retired nurse living in a tiny New York apartment, told me she doubled her kitchen storage by hanging mugs under her cabinets and adding 3 floating shelves for her spice collection. Didn't cost much, but gave her counter space she hadn't seen in years. The wonderful thing about vertical storage is that it keeps your floors clear. That means fewer tripping hazards, something all of us appreciate as we get older, and more room to move comfortably. Take a slow walk around your home this week. Where are your empty walls? Could that space above the washing machine hold a shelf? What about a pegboard in the garage for your garden tools? Even the inside of closet doors can hold shoe organizers or pocket pouches for scarves and gloves. Remember, your walls can do more than hold pictures, they can hold peace too. 3. One in, one out. The gentle balancing act. Here's a habit that changed my life. Whenever something new comes through my front door, something old goes out. One in, one out. Simple as that. Now, don't be fooled by how basic it sounds. This small practice keeps your home in balance without any dramatic purging or exhausting clean-out sessions. The beauty is in how it makes you pause before bringing something new home. Do I really want this new shirt enough to let go of another one? Is this new kitchen gadget worth replacing something I already have? My friend Jake, a 61-year-old grandfather with a passion for collecting sneakers, told me this rule transformed his closet. He used to buy a new pair nearly every month until his shelves were overflowing. Now for every new pair that comes in, an old pair finds a new home. Not only did his closet stop bursting at the seams, but he became more intentional about which shoes were truly worth adding to his collection. This rule works everywhere. New towel comes in, frayed one goes out. New cookbook arrives, the one you never opened leaves. New coffee mug joins the cabinet, the chipped one gets recycled. Over time, it becomes as natural as breathing, in and out, give and take. You're not depriving yourself of anything new. You're simply creating flow, making sure everything in your home has earned its place. 4. Blessing your entryway, the transition zone. Think about the very first spot you step into when you come home. For most of us, it's a chaotic jumble. Shoes kicked off, mail piled up, keys tossed somewhere, coats draped wherever they land. Isn't it strange that the place meant to welcome us home often feels the most stressful? Creating what I call a transition zone near your entrance can transform how your entire home feels. It's not just about tidiness. It's about creating a peaceful passage between the outside world and your sanctuary. You don't need anything fancy. A simple bench with baskets underneath can corral scattered shoes. Wall hooks at different heights can handle coats, hats, and bags. A small bowl or tray by the door keeps keys and glasses where you can always find them. My friend Lena, who's 70 and often watches her grandchildren, used to stumble over shoes piled in her hallway. After adding a simple bench with cubbies underneath and hooks on the wall, not only is her entryway neater, but she told me, "It feels like my home is saying welcome back every time I walk through the door." A well-organized entryway saves you from that daily frustration of hunting for keys or wondering where you put your reading glasses. It prevents clutter from migrating to other rooms and helps everyone know exactly where things belong. It's a small space that makes a big emotional difference. After all, how you enter your home sets the tone for everything else. 5. Clear bins for a clear mind. There's a simple truth I learned late in life. We can't use what we can't see. Sometimes what we call clutter isn't junk at all. It's useful items we've forgotten about because they're hidden in dark bins, buried in drawers, or packed in boxes we never open. Switching to clear storage containers might sound trivial, but believe me, it's revolutionary. Being able to see exactly what you have without digging through everything brings instant clarity. Clear bins shine brightest in places like the pantry, garage, or deep closets. One glance tells you what's inside. No guessing, no rummaging, no buying duplicates because you forgot what you already had. My friend Na, a retired teacher, reorganized her pantry with clear containers and discovered she had 3 half-used bags of rice and 4 open boxes of the same cereal. Once everything was visible, she consolidated items and freed up an entire shelf. Here's how to make it work. Label each bin clearly: winter sweaters, extra cords, holiday decorations, and use smaller clear containers inside drawers for items like batteries, sewing supplies, or medicine. The beauty of clear bins is how well they stack, making the most of vertical space in closets or under sinks. And because you can see through them, you won't forget what's at the bottom of the pile. This isn't just organizing, it's peace of mind. When your belongings are stored clearly, your thoughts become clearer too. 6. Repurpose with purpose, old things, new uses. Sometimes the answer isn't buying more storage. It's looking at what you already own in a new way. Repurposing is creative, practical, and meaningful. It breathes new life into things gathering dust and saves you money in the process. Plus, there's something deeply satisfying about giving an old item a new job to do. Look around your home. That wine rack you never use? It could hold rolled towels in the bathroom. A magazine holder standing upright makes perfect storage for kitchen wrap and foil. An old ladder can become a beautiful shelf for books or blankets. Those over-the-door shoe organizers work for far more than just shoes. Use them in the pantry for snacks, in your craft room for supplies, or in the laundry area for cleaning products. My woodworking buddy Tom, who's 73, took an old wooden picture frame with no glass and added mesh behind it to create a jewelry organizer for his wife. Now her favorite earrings and brooches hang on her wall like artwork instead of tangling in a drawer. There's wisdom in giving things second chances. It reminds us that everything and everyone can find new purpose in different seasons of life. So before you head to the store for storage solutions, take a slow walk through your home with fresh eyes. What could be transformed? What hidden potential waits to be discovered? Often, the answer is already right under your nose. 7. The 10-minute method. Small steps, big results. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is waiting until clutter becomes overwhelming before tackling it. By then, the mountain seems insurmountable, and it's easy to give up before you even start. Here's what I've learned. Decluttering works best when it becomes part of your routine, something small, steady, and manageable. Start with just 10 minutes a day. That's right, 10 minutes. Maybe it's right after your morning coffee or before the evening news. Choose one drawer, one shelf, or one corner. You don't have to finish it all, just make a little progress. Then once a week, spend 15 to 30 minutes on a slightly larger area, perhaps your medicine cabinet, the refrigerator, or one corner of the garage. Set a gentle timer if it helps you stay focused without feeling rushed. Once a month, tackle something deeper, the attic, a closet, or that kitchen drawer that collects everything. You know the one I'm talking about. My friend Emma, a 66-year-old grandmother, told me she used to dread cleaning days. Now she simply sets a reminder on her phone for Sunday afternoons and does what she calls a 15-minute declutter sprint. She says the change hasn't just cleared her counters, it's cleared her mind. This approach builds momentum. It keeps clutter from accumulating again. It becomes a rhythm in your life, like watering plants or checking the mail. And best of all, it never feels like too much. Decluttering isn't about perfection. It's about creating a space where you can move, breathe, and enjoy your days more fully. A little every day truly does go a long way. 8. The frequency method. Keep what you use close by. Have you ever found yourself balancing on a step stool to reach something you use every day? Or digging through the back of a cabinet for your favorite pan? If so, it's time to rethink how things are stored, not by size or category, but by how often you use them. This simple shift can completely transform your daily routines, making life easier, safer, and more enjoyable, especially as we get older. Start by identifying what you reach for daily. Your favorite coffee mug, your medications, your reading glasses, your go-to cooking pot. These deserve prime real estate, eye-level shelves, front of drawers, easily accessible spots. Next, consider what you use occasionally, seasonal clothing, guest towels, or serving dishes for family gatherings. These can go on higher shelves, under beds, or in labeled containers. Finally, for things you rarely use, old keepsakes, holiday decorations, or backup supplies, those can be stored in attics, basements, or out-of-the-way closets. My friend Carlos, a 64-year-old widower, reorganized his kitchen this way. He moved everyday dishes to the lowest shelf and placed the slow cooker he only used at Thanksgiving up high. Suddenly, he told me, my kitchen started working for me, not against me. This approach also makes your home safer. The less you have to bend, stretch, or climb, the more confident you'll feel moving through your space. By placing what matters most where you can easily reach it, you're making a statement that your comfort matters. Your home should support the life you live now, not the one you used to live, not the one you might live someday, just the beautiful, simple life you're living today. 9. Digitize to downsize, preserving memories without the bulk. Paper clutter sneaks up on you, doesn't it? It starts small, an old bill here, a birthday card there, and before you know it, drawers are stuffed with receipts, folders bulge with manuals, and photo albums crowd your shelves. These papers can feel impossible to part with. Some hold precious memories, others we keep just in case. But here's the good news. You can preserve what matters without drowning in paper. Digitizing, turning physical documents into electronic files, lets you keep memories and important information without the physical bulk. Start with essentials. Use a simple scanning app on your smartphone like Google Drive or Adobe Scan. These turn papers into digital files just by taking a photo. Store them in clearly labeled folders, medical records, insurance, taxes. Back everything up to cloud services like Dropbox so you'll never lose anything, even in a disaster. For sentimental items like greeting cards, children's artwork, or handwritten letters, take high-quality photos and create digital memory books. You'll still have the memories without the physical weight. My friend John, a small business owner in his 70s, told me his home office used to be overwhelmed with filing cabinets. After scanning his important papers, he removed 2 large cabinets, creating space for the reading corner he'd always wanted but never had room for. Digitizing doesn't mean erasing your past. It means honoring it by protecting it in a new way. Your stories, your history, your important records can live on, beautifully organized and always accessible, without taking up every drawer in your house. Less paper, more peace. 10. The buddy system. Don't go it alone. Let's be honest, decluttering alone can feel heavy. The emotions, the memories, the decisions, it's a lot to carry by yourself. That's why doing it alongside someone else can make all the difference. Invite a friend or family member to help. Perhaps your daughter, your sister, or your best friend. Not just to carry boxes, but to share stories, laugh at old photos, and make the process feel lighter. Sometimes you just need someone to say, "You don't need to keep that," or "I remember when you wore this." If no one is available in person, consider joining an online community or decluttering challenge. These provide structure, accountability, and even a little fun. The 30-day minimalism game is popular. On day 1, you let go of 1 item. On day 2, 2 items. By day 30, you've released nearly 500 things. Sounds daunting, but many find it surprisingly addictive. Another simple approach is the December 12th, 12 challenge. Find 12 items to discard, 12 to donate, and 12 to put back where they belong. Quick, simple, and effective. If you prefer working room by room, try the 1 room a day method. Spend 1 day focused only on the kitchen, then the next day only on the bathroom. This helps you stay focused and gives you a sense of completion. My friend Lisa, a 72-year-old retiree, joined a decluttering challenge with her niece. They texted each other photos of what they cleared out every day. By month's end, Lisa had emptied 3 closets and 2 storage bins. But more importantly, she said, "I felt like I had taken my life back, 1 drawer at a time." Decluttering doesn't have to be a lonely or painful task. It can be a joyful, shared experience, one where you celebrate what you're keeping, let go of what no longer serves you, and maybe even grow closer to someone you love along the way. Because at the end of the day, what matters most isn't what you store, it's who you share your life with. A final thought. You've done something important today. You've taken time to think about your space, your home, and the life you're living right now. Not the one you used to live, not the one you were holding on to, but the one unfolding day by day, right here and now. Decluttering isn't really about cleaning, it's about clarity. It's not about getting rid of things, it's about making room. Room to breathe, to rest, to move freely, and to enjoy the things that truly bring you peace. As we get older, our relationship with home changes. The house may grow quieter. The rooms may feel a little too full, or sometimes a little too empty. But no matter where you are in life, you deserve to live in a space that reflects who you are today, not just where you've been. Letting go isn't weakness, it's strength. It's choosing to honor memories while also giving yourself permission to grow, to change, and to keep living forward. If this conversation brought you comfort or just a little nudge to get started, I'd be grateful if you'd give this video a thumbs up or share it with a friend who might need the same encouragement. And if you're new here, welcome. This channel was created especially for folks in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond who want to simplify, reflect, and live fully right where they are. So please take a moment to subscribe, and I'll be here next week with more gentle ideas to help make your home feel like the sanctuary you deserve. Until then, take good care of yourself. You're not just making space in your home, you're making space for the life waiting to be lived.